Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com, and today we are doing our second video with Rachel Bella Crafts. It is the 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas. The hashtag so that you can find all of the videos in this series is 100 Days JJI. JJI. So that is the info there. Today, my second video is about notebooks and inserts into your junk journaling. So we're giving you 100 days of junk journaling ideas. So you've got all kinds of brilliant creators in this 100 days that are giving you their expertise on making junk journals, and I think that this is a wonderful idea that Rachel Bella came up with. They also came up with two different ginormous kits, and they're both beautiful. The first one was more Victorian like, and here's the full page pocket pages that I did with the first kit, and I still have loads and loads and loads of pages left from that. Let me just show you just some of them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then this one, in my opinion, is more nature themed, and their opinion as well, because they have the names on here. Now look at there. Y'all all know that I love me some library cards. That is gorgeous. Who knows, that might be put into the notebooks and inserts that we do today. But I do want to try to get in at least two different versions of inserts and notebooks that you can use into your journals. Man, this paper is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I'm not going to go through the entire kit because I know that Rach has already shown this in its entirety on her channel. So make sure to hop over there and see all of that as well. So I'm going to put this off to the side because I have already pulled out a few, but I'm going to get that, look at that, washi tapes. I am going to get that, oh my word, it is film slides, specimen slides. I am going to get, let's just get all this little ephemera that's in the back up to the front. Come to the front, please. Come to the front. And we're going to put that right there. Got my caffeine-free Coke Zero close to me. And I wanted to make two different. Now, I did not print mine full page. When you are making your journals and wanting full page journal pages, then you're going to print full page on your printer. I didn't do that on mine. I'm good with that. Some people are like, oh my word, I have to have it full page. I don't know how in the world you but I am good with this. I'm good with going through, and you know, I'm good with giving myself even more work to do. So I'm good with going around, but I'm going to make this smaller anyways because it's going to be an insert into our journal and not an actual journal page. So this is going to be the little notebook that I'm going to put into a journal. This is going to be the cover of it. I love this page. Rach, I need this page like 100 times. And since I have the kit, you know, I could totally do that. Look at this. Look at this. Anybody notice something missing? Anyone? Anyone? Well, that's just a mystery. And who knows if I've got any refills. Wow. Anyway, so I had a blade troll come in here and steal my blade off of my cutter. So, this is how this is going to go then. I am freehand. This is not even funny. This is not even funny. But it is what it is, and we're just going to go with it. So I'm going to try to freehand cut as straight as possible. And I am going shorter because I want this to be smaller than my journal pages. So I'm going to do that first, and I know that that top cut was definitely not straight. And then I'm going to fold it in half the best I can. And then it will fit here. And I can cut it straight on all sides. I know that this edge is straight. So let's do that. And then I'll give y'all final measurement. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful paper, and I don't want to cut off too much of it. But I do want it to be smaller than my journal page. So we are looking at 5 inches by 7 3/4 inches for that little cover there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these down to size as well, and the smart person in me will finally come out and go ahead and fold this so that I can get this into here. And some of this is going to go into so easy peasy little notebook. I know what you're thinking. Hey, that is so elementary, Melina. I mean, even a caveman can do that. Of course they can. But I like staying on the bottom shelf for everybody and making sure that it is something that everybody can do. Yes, I go to more intermediate things. See, I can't even say that, much less do it. But most of the time, I stay on the bottom shelf for everybody. Now, I know what you're thinking. Melina, you've put that in there and it's too wide for that. I know. We will fix that in just a moment. So what we're going to do, though, before we fix it, is we are going to get some ink. And I'm wanting to break up all the white space that's in here. And so we're going to ink this, and we're not going to put any notches in it. It is going to become a pocket space if we want to use it like that. And it's going to go all the way across. It's just a different way of adding a pocket into a little insert or something that you use in your journal, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put it about there so the white still shows here at the bottom and at the top, but we're going to glue it all the way there, and then on the edges here, leave the tops open, and then we'll have our pocket piece, our other pocket piece here, okay? And we can decorate that up any way we want to. And then we'll come back and trim these edges ourselves and then ink the edge, okay? So let's go ahead and glue this. And we're just going to put a little line of glue and line it back up, just to make sure we're straight. And then a little line at the bottom. Easiest way to put a pocket in. And then you're going to fold it over and straighten out that paper too, because it's going to buck up a little bit. And you just want to make sure that your paper is straight and not bubbled. There we go. When it gets folded. All right. So there is our little easy pocket. We're going to cut off the excess and go back and make sure that we have enough glue from where we cut this off. So cut that. And then you're just going to go and make sure you don't have a gap. I do here. I said one of the easiest. Maybe not the easiest, but one of the easiest ways of putting in a pocket. And now you can ink that edge. You can go around and ink all of your page edges of your little notebook. And I know this does look as big as some journals, but it is not. I'm about to show you where this can fit, and if you have made the full pocket pages that I did on my very first video for this 100-day challenge, then this little notebook right here that we have made in the dimensions that we have made it in will fit into your full page pocket pages that you made. What about that? What about that? Look at there. How cute. Now you can round the corners. You can do all kinds of decorative corners if you wanted to. I was thinking I would like to do a different edge on mine, just to give it something different. And let's go with the tag edge. And I'm just going to go in with the tag edge on my full pages. And then here, but you can just do rounded edges like normal or whatever. I have those big chompers that have the decorative edges. That would be very cute too. But this is just to give your little notebook distinction from the rest of your journal. And of course I think the front needs to be inked up. And then go around to the back as well. And if you've got some pages sticking out on the edge, they're going to get inked too. And then to bind it, let's see what we're going to go with. You can do a regular junk journal binding, or you can staple it because it's not too thick. So I went ahead and got a foam piece out, and I'm going to see if I can accomplish a stapled. Ooh, let's do it from the outside in. And just make sure if you've got some short pages that you go in far enough. Yeah, the Tim Holtz tiny attacher does not work for me, so we're going to go with a regular stapler. All right, and then you're going to pull everything up from the foam pad, fold it over, and then fold over your staple prongs with a tool usually, but you know me. Just doing the things with my fingers. Okay, so then you fold it up and you've got a little notebook. So that was just a regular old stapler. And then you are ready to decorate this and use however you would want, but I highly recommend the side pockets that we made in the other video. Now, there's one other little notebook or insert I wanted to make with you, and y'all let me know what you think of this one. So this is a very unique ephemera page that came in the kit. I love this. So I'm going to go around all these little jagged edges and cut this out, and I'm going to ink the edges as well. And the back sides of these I'm going to cover with some probably some of this brown paper. You can just do some craft paper if you want to, but that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I have put the craft bag on the back and just kind of tore it to go around the edges. I wanted it to be pretty crude looking, so that's why I did that. And I found some craft packing paper and cut it into strips that I can add in to the inside of this. And what I'm going to do is just trim this down so I don't have any peeking out, because it's already crude enough. Let's not go overboard. It is for a junk journal, but all right, I'm just gonna trim off that side shred right there and get me a pretty even edge. Just like that. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it. All right, and then this will go on there, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is get a clip, if I've got one handy. Yep, I see it. I'm going to get a clip. I've got all of my pages like I want them. I'm going to line up my front and back cover. And then I'm going to put a clip there. Then I'm going to get out my hole punch. I'm going to use my crocodile. So that is about center. I'm going to go over and do a punch there. And punch there. I'm not too concerned about it being totally even or anything like that. So this was pretty much, except for the pieces that I cut from the kit, pretty much made from scraps. So today is a Thursday, so here is your M Scrapbusters. Because other than that piece, all the rest was scraps that I had. Some scrap bag that I just had laying here, and some craft packing paper. And then we're going to use just a scrap piece of twine or ribbon or something like that. Ooh, look at this. It's a sheer piece, but it's just a piece. And let's see if we can use that through there. Now, if you want to get all fancy dancy and put in some eyelets, you certainly can, but I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to come through that way, and then I am going to make it flat, or try to make it flat, and then I'm going to go through this way. And now you see why the paper clip was such a grand idea, because it keeps everything straight and you're not trying to get every little bitty piece of paper lined up. All right, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'll do a bow. So I am holding that there tight, and then I'm going to do a double knot. And then bow to give it some cuteness, to take away a little bit from the crudeness maybe. But like I said, it is going into a junk journal, so we like using junk in our junk journals, right? That's almost as tight as I want it. I like that. Now let's trim off some of the tail. We don't need all of that. Take off our paper clip. Oh, it's a little womper job, but I don't care. Whatever. So then you have a little junk piece to put into your junk journal. Everything is tied in and ready for decorating, and I think I might put on couple of pieces. Maybe a couple of those butterflies, glue them in here. And then maybe on this back. Ooh, I really like that piece. Let's cut that out and put that in there. Let's decorate this one up some because it is mostly junk and scraps from my desk. And we can decorate it up with kit ephemera. And then anywhere you would want to put this in your journal is going to fit because it's even smaller than the notebook that we made. You could stick this down into a pocket, a page pocket. It would also go in to the side pockets, but you could do it up and down. You're just going to flatten out your bow. But you could do it, let's see how far it would go in for going this way. Yeah, it's going to stick out quite a bit, so you might want to make yours a little shorter. But if you've got a full pocket, it could easily go down into a pocket here, into your page of your journal. So let's ink the edges of this. And I could put this down into a pocket, like make one and put one down into it, but I don't want this to get too thick. It already kind of rolls up, see? So I don't want to make it too thick. So I'm just going to glue it on, so when you're flipping through and you come to the back, you've got that sitting there. I like that. So let's just put some glue on this. Put a few decorations in this. And we will have easy peasy inserts for our journals, 2 different ways that I've shown you today. You might not have thought of. I mean, the very first one I showed you. Everybody has thought of that one. That one was so elementary. Elementary, my dear Watson. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Very, very cute. You can decorate your little pages that you've put in there if you want to. Let's do like a little label and a butterfly maybe here, and I will turn it this way and put that there. Because I'm not one of those that likes the decoration to go 2 different ways. Like you flip that up and you have a decoration looking at you, like straightforward. I like it to go like this, so we could flip this either way and it's always going to be correct. So let's go with all of these are so cute. We could do I was seeing if that same flower name was listed here, and I thought that would be very cute. Let's just go with these 2, and I went ahead and inked around the edges. I'm going to flip it over and do like that. That's so cute. It's little, but it's cute, and it still leaves room for if you want to write on that back cover as well. So here's your dose of M Scrapbusters. Impromptu. And then get that little label. I'm so glad I saw that packing paper. That makes for very, very pretty pages. You could do pages in your actual journal with that too. Very pretty. And I think, yes, I just thought of something. On each one of those pages, I'm going to put just a tiny little piece at the bottom of each one. and just kind of halfway measure the bottom of each one as far as the fronts go. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. This is just some paper that I had cut that I made the pocket with on the other insert. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that goes in my scrap pile. And I'm not even going to ink these. I'm just going to put them at the bottoms of each of the pages. And they are shorter than the actual page is. And I'm fine with that. It's just to give it a little bit of decoration. And then a little bit where it gives it a little weight so that packing paper isn't just flying all over the place when you open it up too. So it's a little bit practical and a little bit decoration all at the same time. And just go with the page however it was cut. Don't worry about getting it totally straight. Alright, so there are all of those. And then that decoration there, the decoration on the inside. And that is the easy peasy little inserts that I have made for your journals. So easy, easy, easy. I hope this has helped someone today or give you inspiration to create your own types of inserts. And doesn't even have to be like mine, but maybe I have inspired you to make something as well. So y'all have a blessed day. I love you, and I thank you for sticking around and coming back to me time and time again. I hope to be able to get into more of a rhythm as far as videos go, but I thank you for coming back and checking anyway. Y'all have a great day. Love ya. You are my people. Make sure to check out that hashtag and see everybody's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things that they have made. Hashtag is 100 Days JJI. Bye, y'all.